Joined by head women's basketball coach Danielle Santos Atkinson following Hofstra's overtime defeat today at Howard. Coach, I'll let you step in with a comment on today's performance.
Obviously not the result that we wanted, but I am proud of the way that we came back and fought in that second half. Every game's not going to be pretty, but we came back and we controlled what we can control in the second half. Was us playing harder, and us executing better, which we didn't do in that first half. One of our Achilles heels all year has been the rebounds and the offensive rebounds that we've given up, and we've got to continue to work on that and getting better at it. And it was something that hurt us tonight. I thought we forced them into some tough shots defensively at times, and then gave up those offensive rebounds, which resulted in fouls, free throws, or second chance points. First half, we turned the ball over a good bit and being tentative. Second half, we did a much better job going from 13 turnovers to just 5 turnovers in that second half. So again, back to the drawing board and continuing to work. It's a great experience for this team, and playing an overtime game and playing in this environment, in this situation. And we're gonna take from it what we can and move forward and look into our next.
Questions for Coach? Tim?
Hey, Coach, Tim Crowley, WRHU. Just if you can, just take us through what you saw in that final possession with the Howell layup and then the ultimate final shot for Sorrel.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
If you could just take us through the final possession with the what you saw from the Howell layup and then the final shot for Aneza.
The final shot that they made.
Yes.
Yeah, they got downhill. They've been doing a great job of getting downhill. They did a great job of getting downhill all game long. And our help side, we got a little mixed up in there, and she was able to get downhill and make that bucket. It was a tough shot, and she made it. And then on the other end of the floor, Sorrel stepped up, and I wouldn't, she's done a great job from the line. I would have bet my salary that she would have made those free throws because I got confidence in what she does when she's out there on the floor and hitting free throws. I would have said, and again, we just talked about in the locker room. It's not one free throw. It's not one possession, one shot. For us, that cost that game. It was a considerable amount of things throughout the game that, again, we're going to go back to the drawing board and make some adjustments.
Oh, hey, Coach. So in terms of shooting percentage, you guys were sub 30%, but in terms of all the other stats, you guys were superb in terms of rebounding and keeping the turnovers down in the second half. What most encouraged you, despite the poor shooting, that you were able to keep it close until the very end?
The second half, I thought we did a much better job of executing. We did a much better job of shooting some higher percentage shots because we were moving the ball. We were again executing better offensively. And when we do that, we allow ourselves to take much better shots. So we did shoot, 28% for the game, but in the second half we shot 36% and we shot 44%. So again, in that second half, I think it was, a much better showing in terms of offensively and defensively. When we're able to get stops on the defensive end of the floor and push and run with more of a flow and rhythm and transition, that helps us offensively. The first half, we weren't able to do that. We gave them some opportunities and some second chance opportunities, which are deflating. We had to go against their press a lot more because we were giving up made buckets and or dead ball situations where we were having to go against their press and get set and offense from there. So second half, we were able to play in a much better rhythm and finishing the game out shooting at that percentage is what we'd like to see going forward.
Jalen?
Hey, Coach, how you doing? So at halftime, what did you tell your team to allow them to fight back the way that they did in the second half to push it to an overtime contest?
We knew we were a better team than what we saw in that first half, and we just had to play harder. We had to play harder, and we had to play with more confidence and less timid on the offensive end of the floor, and they knew it, we knew it. Our energy had to change, and again, I think we did that. I think we came back out in the second half with much better energy. We had more pressure on the ball defensively. We had a bounce off of the ball defensively, and we were ready and more prepared on the defensive end of the floor to make quicker decisions, to be in position, to get to where we needed to get to because everybody was more aware on that defensive end of the floor. Offensively, we had to play with confidence. And again, we know what it is that we needed to do offensively and how we needed to do it. We just had to, in that second half, do it with a higher sense of urgency to make sure we were getting the shots that we wanted.
Coach, last time these two teams played, Jalen Hines was in double figures. She was huge again today with a double-double and was virtually untouchable from the stripe. Just talk to me about like what she meant offensively today.
Yeah, Jalen brings a lot for us offensively, and she did a great job. She got in early foul trouble, and anytime Jalen gets in early foul trouble in the game, we're stifled some offensively, but she came back, she fought back, she did a great job of playing with 2 fouls when we needed her in the first half, and stayed aggressive. And so we're always going to be looking at Jalen to be as aggressive as she was tonight, and continuing to work on us finishing through the contact and through the fouling in the paint.
Coach, I know that the game, it came to a free throw shooting contest at the end. In your eyes, how crucial are free throws in clutch situations like this one?
Very crucial, very crucial. Free throws and rebounding for sure in clutch situations are very, very important. And there are also 2 things that you can absolutely control. And so in the clutch situations, pressure situations like that, you've got to control what you can control. And the free throws and the rebounding are things that we can absolutely control, things that we did a better job of controlling in the second half. And now, again, learning from this experience and growing from it and being able to play with that type of pressure in tight situations.
Any more questions for Coach? Great, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.